Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2. Family, we coming on. We are coming on. See if I can get my good brother in. Mic check 1 2, brother.
I can hear you.
T, you can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Good day, good day, my good man. Uh, Still trying to add a couple of things I want to put. Good day, my good man. What's good with you?
Not much.
Uh, there with let's see. So got let's go back to the Chizards. All right.
Yeah, I'm still holding that position.
One thing I want to check though, man, before we start.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but everything low on my end.
Let me take my headphones out. Let me see something. Testing.
Yeah.
Is that better?
I hear that right now. Mic check 1 2. Yeah.
Is it better?
It's better. I hear a little bit better.
Oh, my bad, bro. How about now?
Mic check. I stay here.
All right, go ahead.
Mic. Are you?
I gotta go in though.
Put your yeah. Put him in.
All right.
I can't hear nothing. Yo.
Yeah.
I can hear you, man. So don't worry about that. Let me check. I can hear you, man. So don't worry about that. Mic check. You say something. I can hear you, man.
Testing 1 2 3.
Mic check. You say something. Nah, see, it's got something going on, but I don't know why this happens all the time. Cause you could hear the echo on YouTube.
Maybe you're not. Okay? Do you have your YouTube unmuted?
Yeah, but it's on the TV though, and it's muted on the TV.
I'm talking about on your computer though.
No, I'm not on the computer on YouTube.
Right, but aren't you screen casting from your computer to your monitor, right? Or,
It's going through the app though, so
I don't know.
mic check 1 2. Mic check.
Well, I can hear you loud and clear. So
Did you go on YouTube? It's like an echo. So I'm trying to figure out. Why is it going on? Like, damn. They're gonna spend 30 minutes on getting it right. Oh man, bear with us, good people, bear with us. Um, hmm, I actually can hear you real good. Let me check. Let me try something. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Don't move. Swear to God. Swear to God. Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. This nigga is standing on the bit. Look at these savages. No. Look at these. No. Only in Atlanta. Grow your business.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna try this with my headphones. Gotta get it right. Right, right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you good. I can hear you good. What I'm saying is, on if you was to go on YouTube on a separate, sound like it's got like a little echo, and it could be me. Mic check. Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yeah, you sound good to me. I'm about to. I got about 15 minutes.
Mic check. 1 2. Say something.
Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3.
Mic check. 1 2. Say something. Testing 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Mic check.
Sound
1 2.
sound good to me.
Testing 1 2 3. 1 2. That ain't work either. So I hear a little echo on the other end. So I don't know. Maybe it's coming through the other end. All
Do
right.
this. Just close your YouTube stream.
I got that on TV though. Okay.
I'm saying close it out. Maybe that might have something. You probably can't be on. You just close your YouTube out.
That's right. It's closed, man. I'm off it.
Now just I can hear. You can hear me and I can hear you, right?
I can hear you.
All right. Just let's roll because it's
Let's get it.
broadcasting,
Well, let's get it there.
and we'll play. I'll listen back to it to see how it sounds.
All right. Let's get to it, man. Welcome, people. I
Mm-hmm.
know we've been about 15, 20 minutes on that, but man, we what is it? It's Wednesday. Damn, it's the 1st December. It's actually some pretty good trading going on during this time. A lot of people don't even think that. If you're patient and if you're disciplined. Brother T, what's going on with you?
Not
Are
much.
you no, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
I'm good. How y'all
Are
doing?
you in any trades now?
Yes.
Well, first let's do this. Verbal disclaimer. I need to really pop it up there for y'all. For them. But real quick, man, verbal disclaimer. This is only entertainment, people. Do not take our words for financial advice. We are not responsible for any decisions that you make. Any financial decisions, whatnot, that is totally on you. I'm sure in the course there'll be a little bit more. I'm sure their words will be a little bit more business and whatnot, but I'm telling you, look, it's on you. It ain't on us. We just know what we know, and we put it out there for the people, right? Uh, we was making jokes before and say, "Hey, man, look, we actually do this as a hobby, so we don't trade for real. Take our words seriously. You cannot sue us for anything." With that being said, um, let's check the Discord because I know we had a couple of things on the Discord that we was looking at. Did you get it? What did you get in, sir?
Well, I got in the GN that we discussed on the Discord. It was at a um, approaching a good supply area where I
Okay,
expected something to happen, and
something happened.
so far I'm in profit. But
Hmm.
you could show them on the Discord.
All right, so let's go over that. Let's elaborate on that. So on the Discord, which I'm gonna have to switch to obviously, right? So give me 1 second. On the Discord, which is the British New Zealand, that's up right now. Well, first thing first, man. We have to check the weather before we fly any kites. Checking the weather just simply mean in forex at least, and in any financial um, field that you're trying to plan to, you're gonna want to check the forecast for the day, especially forex, foreign exchange. And for today, no, let's see, let's refresh this. December 1st, got a little non-farm employment change uh, announcement. It's not that's not that non-farm that everybody look for. A lot of people get confused. The non-farm that people usually look for is that one that you actually see non-farm change, non-farm report, non-farm this that. It'd be like three or four of them all at one time. That'll give a heavy impact to the market. This here is not that, but I would still pay attention to that at 8:15. If we not in the trade before then, uh, the British they have something at 9 a.m. and again the U.S. again at 10 a.m. Now this is the thing. I know I'm breezing through it, T, and I know
Yeah.
people are like, well, wait a minute, we don't know the numbers. We don't know what they're doing. You didn't even say what the British had going. You just said British had something at 9 a.m. Well, look, Governor Bailey speaks. Do y'all know who Governor Bailey is for for British? Do they even know? No, they don't know. I don't know. You don't know. Do you know who that is?
Nope.
Okay, so we don't care what that is. All we care about is this: the U.S. has something at 8:15. The British has something at 9, and then the U.S. got something at 10 a.m., which is actually two news reports. And then notice how I filter mines on Forex Factory for just the red folders, which is high impact folders. Um, these two together would give us a little energy at 10 a.m. for US. It could be a little spike. It could be a pause, a heavy pause on the market. And so these are things we look for. We don't really care about the numbers and whatnot. Uh, we get to that. You know, we leave that for the mere mortals. All right. So with that, knowing that we had an 8:15, knowing that we had a 9 and a 10, British at 9, and you said, brother, you entered into that British. Let's see what's going on with the British. Now let's go to the Discord because the Discord will actually have that alert. see the Discord. Wait, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. You still with me, brother?
I'm still here.
All right. I'm not sure what happened to the Discord. Let me put that up. So the Discord. All right. Should be on the Discord now. So look, the Discord. Go to British. Real simple. We go over here to British, and we stroll down. We see the latest messages. And on 11/25, we got the British New Zealand. That was last week. Let's see if we can get a bearish show up, the bear to show up on the clean info station. Also on this universe meaning time frame, daily chart, it ran up into the 2 a.m. So let's to the 200 moving average. So let's see what happens. Let's see. We look at this picture, and on the daily, as we can see, market did impulsively move down, right, down to these areas, and then pushed up again. And as it pushed up, maybe for a potential pullback to continue going down, they did push into some areas where we wanted to see the bears. All right, so that's what we was looking for, right? On 11/26, the very next day, like they passed that first area and went up to another area we was looking at. And on yesterday, you see how long we have to be patient, be disciplined. Now on yesterday, which was the 30th, it made it up. They actually made it up there 2 times. But that the last time that they made it up there did give us a good bearish reaction. So let's get into that. Let's go to the chart and see how that's turning out. So back to the chart. You still up, brother?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I don't know what your target is. I usually go for 2 times the money. But yeah, we got a really good reaction off this level. If I go back to the daily again, past that first area that we was looking for, and it went up to this second area. See, this don't ultimately mean that this market is going to flare back down and make another leg like it did previously. Matter of fact, um, given what it looked like, it actually could move back up. We know this, just the way it looked. You got a nice little pull back into some areas where they got bullish again. But we know that we could have got some kind of reaction up here, and that's exactly what we got. It's a good thing. Monitoring it as it comes down. This is where volume come in at, where we want to stay in at, or if we want to exit our stuff, our trades or whatnot. And just seeing how the market coming down into lower prices and how they dealing with it. Like right here, you can see, the bulls kind of halted the bears before they released it, but they worked it out. You can see the low volume on it. The market passes that low volume. It's even more low volume into this area right here. You can see. So these lower prices are not attracting bulls right away. Right? So for us, if we in it, which we are, you in this, I'm in this also. If we in it, we notice this is what we say that this is a market that can continue to keep giving and giving and giving. So we want to benefit from it as much as possible. At this point, brother, I know that you should be your risk should be out of the way, right?
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure out should I squeeze it or just leave it at
Uh,
break even.
all right, well let's do this. This is my specs right here, but I'm gonna take this off because I do want to see exactly where you are. So I'm gonna take this off. Let's get this out of the way. Am I showing that? Yes. Okay. Um, and man, if anybody watching live, more than welcome to ask us any questions or pick any market that y'all, any pair market that y'all want us to analyze. So what is? I'm gonna go ahead and put this red and green back up. Our profit and risk marker. And what's your entry?
I'm at 95619.
95619.
Yeah.
All right, and then what is your stop loss? Well, damn, you done
It's
moved it.
yeah, it's not gonna work. So
Okay, that's cool. Oh, okay. All right. So okay. All right, that's cool because you done already moved it. Where's your new stop loss?
over the previous high, the lower high right there.
Right here.
Yeah.
All right. So this is what I was saying. This is where we at with it right now. Where's your where's your profit? I know you.
No, I'm trying to go for the fences.
What you what you got going?
If we go to the 1 hour, well, I get to you. Take
Yeah,
profit
give me the
is
yeah.
93939.
Ooh, okay. 3939. Wow. Okay. Damn. All right, that ain't too bad. No, that's what I'm talking about. That's good. All right. So look, you almost there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So look, this is what I'm saying. A lot of people like to just push buttons. They get in. They hardly know how to get out. But they think because they know how to make a pretty good entry on stuff, I mean, you could be a lucky trader and make a good entry. To be honest with you. But the real skill come in that is um, monitoring your trades and at the end of the day, how much risk did you have to put up on the table? It ain't even about exactly about how much money you made. It's about how much money you saved. You know, a real hustler, a real businessman know that. Businesswoman know that. It's not about because look, if you saving money and you in the business to make money, 9 times out of 10 you make money. What you worrying about that for? This is why here at KTG we don't like to say lose. What we say,
Or circulate.
we like to circulate that money because we know that money coming back. Circulate that money. So look, this your new stop loss right here, which means that you done already bagged some money, all money in, no money out. So this is already a successful trade for you. And when we say that for the people that don't know, at this point he would not lose or circulate any money. The worst thing that could happen is it could knock him out at this point, and everything that he bagged or put into his pocket, his bank, is all his. You don't have to worry about losing any more money. Now, this is what we're trying to determine: that is the market going to continue down at least to his target or even more, to where you can squeeze it. Well, that's why I went through the volume part of this, is because we know that lower prices attract buyers. Higher prices attract sellers. Simple supply and demand. So as the market continue to keep making lower prices, we're noticing that there's no attention from the bulls from these lower prices. So the odds or the probability of the market flaring down again, maybe one more leg down, don't have to be a huge leg. Maybe one more is very high probability that the market will flare down again. So what I would do, in my opinion, Disclaimer, in my opinion, it's only for entertainment. I really don't trade for real. I'm just do this for a hobby. Um, I would actually squeeze some more money, all money in, no money out, and I would play at least with this 50 EMA right now. 50 um, period moving average. It's actually the exponential moving
That's on.
average. Huh?
Okay, I'm just checking, making sure you're on the 1 hour.
Right. I'm on the 1 hour,
Oh,
and I'm playing the 50, which will be the 200 on the 5.
all right. I got a ride. I got to take TG to
Oh,
school.
that's cool. Yeah, no, tell the family I say it was good. Y'all have a great day, good, powerful, productive day. And nah, man, I'll take it over. Like I said, I'm gonna stay till about 9 o'clock.
And then there's another trade that I'm in right now. The U Chef. You can analyze that one.
You chef. Oh, that was on the Discord too. All right, cool.
All right, man. I'll get with you
Cool,
later.
brother. Yeah, man. Hit me up later. Hotel. Hotel for now.
What's
Thank you
up?
for coming. All right. Let's see. All right, cool. So yeah. Make sure I'm still on. Okay, yeah. So all right. So again, what we looking at, what I would say is my opinion is I would actually keep scooping in. All of this is straight profit at this point. I'll keep scooping profit, leaving a little room for them to breathe, to see what they're gonna do, maybe manipulate a little bit more. But if they jack down a little bit more, then we talking about, you know, getting your target and even a little bit more. All right. So that's a very successful trade. We can mark that one in the books. We'll come back and check that one. Brother Tavares said he is also on the U Chef. Let's see. Let's go to the Discord. Simply come over here to the US pairs and let's see what we say. Before we say that, come over here to the Discord. Before we do that, all right, so here on the Discord, come simply over here to the US pairs. See here on 11/29. This is a step-by-step setup and potential entry. I'll be playing. I will. I'm willing to play off of the bullish energy. Wow, that's bad. We can't even read your own stuff, right? I'm willing to play off the bullish energy on the daily chart and on the 1 hour chart as the market makes it to our designated area. But I'm not overly convinced of high probability buy right now. We wait. I would like to. I would like the market to make it come down. All right, so let's see. Let's look at the pictures on the daily. All right, I see. Even from down here, we can see that they pushed up from here. They made, minor higher highs. Really, they knocked out all of these little minor higher lows coming down. So lower highs, I'm sorry, coming down. So they did make higher highs to this point. But what really interests me is they came down and did not make a lower low. We just talk about structure right now, people. It did not make a lower low, and they actually commenced to make a higher high of this point. So even with that, these 2 points, 1, 2, and 3, 3 points, I'm looking for a pullback as they did, and then another attempt of making another high as they did. Right. So this would have been a great spot for buys. But what we see that the market came down and flared down and actually test these areas here where we was looking for more bullish hit. As you can see, daily resistance turned into support. Simple, 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 simple stuff. All right. Market did make it there, and that's why we were saying that I would have liked to see him convincing a little bit more. 1 hour chart. Market hits the 1 day information station, or designated area, and gave a minor bullish reaction. And minor, I mean really minor, because even here on the 1 hour, we see that the market did hit the area, and it gave a quick impulse move up that actually broke highs, minor highs. So it was giving us bullish vibes, right? It was giving us what we need, what we looking for. It just, to me, it wasn't very convincing at the time. That's on the 29th. So we talking about 2 days ago. And I would have liked the market to actually make it down here more. Maybe sweep the leg of these people that thought it was going to be a buy at this point and chop them in and then make another reaction. So let's see what happens. Let's see. We got to remember these markings. Every time we look at these pictures, we have to look at the marking and go back to your chart and analyze it for yourself. Remember, here at KTG, we do not just give signals. No, 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 no. I don't like to call it signals at all. It's like more of a heads up type thing going on. And this is a heads up that you need to go see. And you could go back to your charts and you analyze it yourself and you make a logical decision, all right, on your trade. So if we can remember from the picture, this was actually the point. Plug this up. 1 second. 1 second. Plug it up. All right. So if anybody remember from the picture, we wanted to see the market actually come down here. As you can see, let's get this out of the way. The market went way past that, And these are the things that we have to kind of look for, because the market just is not literal just because we put a line on the chart and we expect that, and it could be a very good line level, right? But it doesn't mean that the market will literally come into it and bounce off. It's a very good chance that the market could play around with it, get to it, fake like it's going, and then crash through it. And I go, I'll give you another fake down and then push up. And actually, these are the ones that are more high probability to us because this point, the market is the institutions are manipulating the market to the fullest, which we like to say that they are investing their money. And if the institutions are really investing their money, then it is good reason for them to continue in the opposite way of where they're manipulating that. Whereas this one here, it's not much manipulation down here. It's just a quick hit, pull up, and it's gone. All right. So we look for these kind of things. These are trap traders here at KTG, level 1 trading course. You will learn that plug. Let's give it a plug real quick. Since I'm here by myself and I can fly this plane by myself, I'm gonna go over here to this university. And quick plug, man. University, you get the level 1 course. You learn about all these things. You learn about universes. You learn about trap traders. KTG does not make a move unless the traders are trapped, right? You learn about what we call a remora. You can look that up, but in layman terms or just hood terms, we call them sucker fish. Anybody who's a fishing people out there who like to go fishing and whatnot. Our mascot is the remora or the suckerfish, and you'll learn that when you get the course. So yeah, when you get the course, is $150. It's one-time fee. You also get the follow me strategy, which works on all financial markets, gold, platinum, cryptocurrency, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's tried and proven, but if you have discipline and patience, you will reach up to an 80-90% win rate, right? It's not something that happens all the time, but when it shows up, you get your money. So we talking about 150 for the entry of the university, plus the free strategy, right? And you also get the 1 month free on the Discord, which is the Traders Help Center. It's the community help center. That's where you get your alerts. That's why you get to talk to me and my other instructors and ask us questions and whatnot. Um, yeah, man, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Come check us out. All right, do that. Plug, plug, plug. Let's get back to home, back to the charts, because I know that's what y'all want to see. Right. So with that, I don't know where Tavares T actually got his entries at and whatnot, but I do see from this point. Let me change mine. But I do see from this point that yeah, the market did come down, manipulate a little bit more, even manipulate these people like we wanted them to, trapping these breakout sellers that thought the market was going down, trapping them in, also turning these wanted buyers into unwanted sellers. So what we have here with the unwanted sellers who used to want to be buyers, but they got turned, you know, once they stop loss got taken, they got flipped from wanted buyers to an unwanted seller. Also, you have wanted sellers that took breakout trades below this area, and they quickly got trapped in. So what you have is a whole bunch of sales in this area that the institutions can now buy up, because it's something as simple as, if you want to be a seller, you must have buyers. If you want to be a buyer, you must have sellers. So this was an inducement of sales that the big fish or the sharks or the whales or the institutions or banks or whatever you want to call them, composite man or whatever you want to call them. I like to say that's the guy with the S on his chest, the big money sign on his chest. The ones that got that big cash, that big bag, like y'all like to say. Well, they the ones that induce the sales so they can buy into it. We talk about millions and millions and even billions of dollars of manipulating the market to go their way. So as we see this impulsive move after trapping these people, we have a great indication that the market should rise up. Trap traders, KTG is in it, market moves up. Very simple. You know, this is how we look at the market all of the time. All right. And again, if anybody is watching, you're more than welcome to ask any questions or go to any market and we will analyze it at your beck and call. So look, let's go back to the Discord. And I think I want to check out some cryptocurrency. Back to the Discord. And let's see what we have. Well, no, let's do the Wall Street to 30. Also, I'm gonna add the German to it, and anybody else who got any the German 30. Anybody else who got any ideas of what they might want to watch or see or want to analyze, more than welcome. We'll put it on the list. But for now, we have the US 30. And we was looking on a daily. This is on the 23rd. We were looking for the market to push down. This was last week. I believe that's on video too. Last week to push down. It looked like it did make it to that area. This is the 1126. It did make it here. I think it ran right past it when we go to the market itself. But again, we was look like we made it down to the area where we wanted to see some bullish pressure. Let's see what happens. So let's go to the charts. Taking it back to the charts. Let's see. Let's go to the charts. Let's go ahead and check out the US 30. All right. Uh Now, unless one of our members have a entry into this, I know I don't have a position on the US 30. I'm not sure why I marked this. I should have put some footnotes for myself, but I'm going to go ahead and erase this. And and if I will have to check that to see if one of our members actually in it. But if they're in it, they should have survived it, and they should be okay. But let's just kind of let's get that out of the way for now. And look at what's going on. First, let's go to the daily. Am I on here? Make sure, yeah. Let's go to the daily. And okay. So here come that first area where we wanted to see what was going to happen. I believe this was moved a little bit because I want to do something like this. Yeah. So market ran right past it, as you can see. And they got a little bullish, a little bullish. It didn't make any highs, of course. So we still looking for downs. It pushed down to this new area that we was looking at, right? And we did get some energy on the 1 hour that was interesting, to say the least. So it sparked our investigation down there in this area. As you can see, here I'm back on the 1 hour now. And as you can see, this is that first area that they blew past, but gave a little reaction towards the end of it and came down back into this second area that we was looking for. And volume wise, we do see an accumulation happening in this area. The low prices attract buyers. All right. Market goes down even lower. As you can see, they still a little antsy, the buyers. It's kind of like the buyers are rubbing their hands together. They actually even added positions and pushed it up in this area in the form of a pullback. And then as the market pushed down again and gets lower prices, they get a little antsy again. So what we're seeing is a consistent show of buyers on lower prices, which is in definition accumulation. Accumulation is happening down in these areas where we need to see the bulls, where we need to see some buying pressure, and we're getting just that consistent buying pressure going in. And as the market goes up here, I noticed that the market got the volume peaked up on these prices trying to make higher prices. So the bears wasn't completely out. So anybody who wanted to make a buy in this area, let's say that they made a buy here, market went up, it was doing good for them, but notice how it quickly slammed down on them to take them out. These are what we call trap traders, because again, it did the same sequence that we looked for on the what was that, the British, no, I'm sorry, the US chef. The market gives double bottoms, so you have wanting buyers wanting to buy here, they'll buy, put their risk areas down here and move it up. And as the market makes their way up and don't make any higher highs, right, you have these wanted buyers that quickly turn into unwanted sellers once their stop loss or risk get taken, get flipped. So now you have unwanted sellers. And at the same time, people are looking for this for a breakout. And as you can see, it gave a couple of times where it looked like it was going to break out for these people, but this was a fake breakout. So now you have wanted sellers and unwanted sellers all in this area where the institution or the big fish could come and gobble them up and buy up all of the sales. There's an inducement of sales so that they can pump all of their millions of dollars into it. Um, I actually explained this very well on on the level one course. Let's just pop that in there just real quick. On the level one course, very well explained thoroughly. Um, level one course. When you go here to the curriculum, if I was to go here, course curriculum, it would be explained here on trap traders would be explained on candlesticks and candlesticks part two, and is really explained thoroughly on trading psychology. So just those two chapters. I'm sorry, three chapters from 2 to 3 to 4. I'm sorry, y'all. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3. Those three chapters alone will make you money. If that's what you're looking for to make money, which we all in it for to make money, those three alone will actually make money. The psychology shows it really deep. The candlesticks and the candlesticks part two puts it in perspective for you. All right. So plug, grab that. Again, it's only $150. That's going to get you into the university with all of the information that we have. We're going to have more content. So you in for life. That also gives you that free strategy and your 1 month on the Discord. Right. And for those that don't think they need the course, which is very cool, the Discord is out there for you. It's a community help center for traders. This is where you get your matter of fact, let's go there. While I talk about it, I'm not there, right? Let's go there on the Discord. Yeah, this is where you're gonna be able to get your information, your heads up, you'll be able to talk to me personally. You'll be able to talk to any of my coaches, my trainers. This is where you would be able to get merchandise. All right. This is where you would be able to get announcements, ask KTG any questions, your live stream videos that you might have missed. $25 a month. Education wise, you still get education. Even if you did not get the course, you still get education. Education is a must, right? And even here, I actually explain very quickly this little clip from chapter 3 about the strengths of buyers and sellers. So again, you get some very good content. $25 a month is well worth it. You cannot beat that at all. So let's go back to the chart. All right, as you can see, they're getting a little bullish here. I would advise to be cautious, but it is a buy at this area. If anybody was looking at purchasing or buying, going long on the US 30, look like a very good buy. Let's see. Let's check some gold. Let's check gold. A lot of people do gold. All right, so let me check the Discord real quick. And see if we have anything on gold. No, we do not have nothing on gold. So we're gonna put something on gold, some information on gold. See if we can follow that a little bit. Again, if anybody have any markets that they want to see themselves, want us to analyze, we'd be more than happy to do this. I think I'm gonna stay on to about maybe 8:30, 9 o'clock and see what happens. So here on gold as we go to the daily. It's not really giving us no full definition of direction for us. Well, going into history, which again, if you don't know your history, you're not gonna know where to go in your future. It's on the buy, it's on the up. Gold is up. It's been up for years. Look like, it's been up for a couple of years, and then some. But right now, for the information we need, that it's been up. We know that they did take a pullback, heavy pullback, right, and halted in this area and started getting a little bullish again, right, attempting to knock out some of these highs, but coming down and checking these lows again, but not making any lows. So at this point, what you have is a recipe, right? A quick recipe. I even give you the ingredients before I even say it's a recipe for a range. The ingredients is selling from the top, buying from the bottom equals the sideways market, right? So just something simple like that, structure wise, I would like to mark off the lows and the highs of the areas that need to be checked again. And those are our high probability areas that we can take trades. If the market did make it up to this bottom, I'll be looking for some kind of buys, right? With the right attitude, bullish attitude, need to be some consistent buys coming in. And if the market makes it up to this level up here, resistant level, then I'll be looking for some sales in this area, right? If the bears show up. So with that, let's take a quick picture. Take a picture of that. All right, and what we're gonna do is put it in the Discord. Put that in the Discord. On the gold. We will wait for the market to reach of high prob areas. Hashtag hold. Hold. Hashtag hold. Hold till you see the white of their eyes. All right. So we'll let that sit. We'll let that marinate. There's really no need to really hang around into it too much. What else we got? Let's do a little. Anybody trade platinum, silver? Y'all let me know. Anybody let me know. I'll be more than happy to analyze that. For now, peace. Brother Brown, peace. Brother Carl. Hey, you more than welcome to come on with me if you want to. More than welcome to come on with me if you want to. I can send you the link. And you just let me know. Let's go over to cryptocurrency, and go ahead and start the Bitcoin, because everybody loves Bitcoin. Everybody loves Bitcoin. All right, so so we was looking for this market. This is the daily. Again, when you look at it, they have more bullish runs than anything. Matter of fact, we know that the market reached its all-time highs at 6,900, and it took a dramatic push down on them. Was that when they hit the 6,900? No. Yes. All right. So it took a dramatic push down. Not even too dramatic, to be honest with you. It's more of a fake out, more inducement of sales. I still would say buy Bitcoin. Of course, I'm sure that's what all the gurus are saying. But when do you buy? That is the question. And these, I'm sure from previous lessons, that those arrows that's up there to the top is showing people that's buying way too late. Again, if you think about it, the scenario wise, if you had a product and you was trying to sell, and there was two warehouses, one on the right, one on the left of you. The one on the right of you, let's say that your product that you're trying to sell is you're trying to sell candles that you and your wife or you and your husband made, you and your brother and your sister made, candles that y'all trying to make, that y'all made, that y'all trying to sell. And on the right side of you is a warehouse full of other people that made candles, scented candles, and they're trying to sell it to us. Warehouse full of them. On the left side of you is a warehouse full of people that's looking for candles. They don't have any candles in there. They would take anything that looked like a candle, they're willing to buy. The question that you have to ask yourself as a seller, because you have candles to sell, do you want to be on the right side warehouse where everybody's selling the same thing as you? Or would you rather be in the warehouse on the left where there's no candles and you could possibly sell out all of your candles and even make pre-orders for the next time? The logical answer, I'm not here to see y'all answers on this, but I'm sure if you think about what I'm saying, you would want to be on the left side with all of your candles, with all of those people that don't have candles and willing to buy, right? And so that's the same thing that's happening here. These people here buying way too late. They want to be buyers, but up here, there is no buyers. They're in the warehouse full of buyers just like them. They won't get anywhere. This is what we call it, you won't get anywhere, right? But if we wait, right? If people want to be a buyer, don't it make even more sense to wait for sellers to come in? And sellers would be down here. When everybody get discouraged, dump all their stocks, give away their stocks. Some people say, I can't even give it away. They bought it at, let's just say, I'm just throwing a figure out. They bought it at $100 and they willing to sell it to you for $89. That's them being desperate and wanting to get it away. Well, this is what's happening. The market made it to an all-time high, then it automatically drops. It drops so fast on them that people don't know what's going on. And as soon as people jump in to buy the market, they're losing money. By the time it makes it down here, I even want to tell you down here, to be honest with you, this is where I would love to be a buyer because it's a plethora, whichever way you want to say it, or just a whole bunch of sellers down here. And me being a buyer, I can buy up all of these sales that comes my way. Right? That's really the all right, brother, appreciate you. That's definitely that is the movement of the market. Basically, buyers searching for sellers, sellers searching for buyers, supply and demand. That's simple supply and demand. That's how the market moves. That's the way how we should be thinking as traders. So again, where would I want to be a buyer? This would have been one area. You see they kind of running through it. So my mind is the market should be coming down, or I would love the market to come down a little bit more to show me some interest from the buyers on lower prices, and then we can see about buying up some Bitcoin or whatever. At the same time, because cryptocurrency is so high, especially so strong, especially the Bitcoin, I wouldn't be surprised if the market continued to move from this area. In which time, because we anticipate and not participate, we should be ready for them to move either way they go. If they could start moving up, breaking minor highs, then we'll look for some buys. Until then, we sit on our hands. It's like the hardest thing to do for traders. Uh, but that's what we need to do. The same thing here. Market, the Ethereum is starting to rise from these points of buys. All right, and Litecoin as well. I'm sure. Actually, Litecoin is doing some different stuff, but they still in the realm of buys too. I really don't think it will get past this point again. I think the institutions are well invested, and I think they're just ready to run. This is nothing but inducement of sales, so it's kind of like get in where you fit in, that type thing, right? So that's that. What else do we have? Do anybody have any markets, anything that they want to check out? Want to work on to go through it. I do want to highlight this particular trade. This was a great trade. This turned out to be really good. A lot of times, people, it's about the opportunity that you could benefit from or capitalize from. And this turned out to be a really good trade here. I'm going to go to the Discord to show you that. All right. So let's go to the Discord. Let's go to the Discord. And on the Discord, if we go over to the Euro pairs and come down to all right, so look, we was watching this since 11/29, November the 29th, a couple of days ago. We was looking for Eurocad daily look. Okay, so we were looking at it. It bounced off this, and it really didn't even touch it, but it bounced off this little area of demand in this area, and they broke minor highs. So off of that energy, just alone off the structure, we was looking for buys. All right, simple comeback down, a very simple resistance that turns into support. The first check, first test to the bulls in this case, to see if sellers are still involved and they got a reaction, bullish reaction. So if we was to go into the lower time frame, on the 1 hour chart, we get the start of a healthy higher high, higher low behavior as the market settled on. Okay, so look, let me repeat that. So look, I gave you guys 3 points, and we usually look for 3 to 4 confluences, or 3 or 4 things that's saying the same thing, as far as, hey, this is a good trade for us to take, especially on the hour. On the hour chart, as you can see, the hour chart, we get the start of a healthy higher high, higher low. That's the start of a uptrend right there, behavior, right? Healthy. And we noticed that the market did settle on one, resistance turn support. All right, I'm gonna go into the picture in a minute. Resistance turn support. 2, a 50% fib hit. Right. And 3, it did respect the 50 moving average, 50 period moving average. And 4, of course, it was a long buy bias anyway. We was biased on the up, on the buys anyway, from the higher time frame universe. Right. So in the words of John Claude Van Damme, it's go time, right? It's go time. That's what that mean right there. Um, let's go to the picture real quick and show those 4 points. One point was again on the 1 hour, they settled on a support on a resistance that turned to support. The second point of that's showing us that we need to take buys is that it respected this 50 period moving average, right? That we use as not as cross ups or nothing like that, but we use them as in this case of floating support or floating resistance. So in this case, we use it as a floating support. So that's two things. The third thing is if I was to pull a fib from here, swing low to swing high, it hit the 50% area for retracement wise, right? So that's three things, all in the same area that's telling us it's a go. And the fourth thing, of course, if we remember from the higher time frame, it was on an uptrend. So that those four things alone, right there, is enough for us to proceed with our investigation and go down to a lower time frame, which is 5 minutes. For me, it's 5 minutes. Go down from the 1 day, the 1 hour, 5 minutes. There's three things that you have to look for before you take a trade. You want to have bias, right? You want to have your setup, and you want to have your entry chart or your pulling your trigger chart, right? For me, bias wise would be the daily, setup wise would be the hour, and for me to pull the trigger or for me to entry would be the 5 minutes. So once we go down to the 5 minutes, that's not the one we want to show. We want to show this one. When we go to the 5 minutes, we notice that they did break higher minor high highs. In this universe, 5 minutes is actually a major high because they made lower lows in this area, right? This is still the same level of lows. So this would be the guy that made that low. And actually this is a low also. So as you go up, you know that this right here produced all of these. This guy here produced all of these lows right here, which means as we turn it around, the market just made higher highs, major higher highs in this particular universe, 5 minute time frame. So that's a go ahead for us to say, wow, a strong bullish hit off of these areas, making high highs. Time to get in where we fit in at. Again, the market is fractal, which just simply means that the market does the same thing in different time frames. Does the same thing in different time frames, right? So again, getting in where we fit in at, it would be the same thing like we did on the 1 hour. What's my confluence as far as me getting in? The market pulled back. I don't want to be a buyer too high because again, that's that warehouse that has all the buyers. I want to be in the warehouse that has all the sellers, which would be down here somewhere. The first area where they would come would be an area of demand where they pushed off at. Also, too, you have the 50 period moving average that could be respected. And you also have a resistance that turns into support in this area also, right? The second area that we look for, because we always like to have some insurance with our thought process, right? So insurance-wise, our second area that we would look for a more deeper pullback, which is more high probability for us, is down here, same kind of thing. You have resistance, that used to be support, that used to be resistance, that used to be support, used to be support. A level that was checked many of the times. Again, you will find that information on level 1 course at KTG University, thinkific.com. Go check it out, man. It's only $150. Stop wasting your money on foolishness and invest in yourself, right? So this would be a level that need to be checked. This resistance that turns into support, right? The market come down will make that a support. Also, too, if I was to pull a fib, I can't on this picture, but that would be a fib hit of maybe about 62%, even to 71%, which is high. If they give us a bullish reaction here, would be very, very high probability, All right. So those are the two areas. And of course, if it did come all the way down and check these lows, I'll be looking for that too. All right. So when we go to the charts, well, let's go to the picture first. As we can see, it came down to that first option. They kind of blew past the option, but the second option that they came down to, that fib hit that resistance that turned into support, they actually took. They got bullish. They pushed off. All right, so let's go to the charts. Let's go to the charts and see what happened. All right, so they took that second option, and as you can see, they didn't come back until they hit another higher high. So this is what we was looking for. We got a pretty good. Actually, I'm gonna tell you this. We was looking for that, but I want to say we only hit about 130 pips off of that. I say only, but it was 4 times our money, and that turned out to be really good. Really easy trade, really simple. These are the things we look for. These are the things that we teach in the course. All right. If you look down, they go to the link for the course. That is the link for the university that you can enter. KTG University at thinkifit.com. Go check it out. Is there anybody that wants to see anything else? If not, I'm going to take a small break and I'll be back to it. Let's see if we can get any more people to come in, and I will be right back. All right, all right. Welcome back, good people. Or should I say, I'm welcome. I'm welcomed back to the thing. Let's see what's going on. I think we left off on the Euro CAD. Let's check that. Again, it's in some areas to buy. So that's the US 30. US Chef. Talk about the US Chef. Again, I'm not sure where Tavares. Matter of fact, Tavares. Well, I don't know if you can see it. Tavares, if you can, if you could look at your where your entry and everything is, I can put it up on the screen for you. You got to erase all this jogging, all this madness jogging right here, and then put your stuff up so we can see where you at. Let me check this. And we'll see what we got going. All right. All right, cool. So look, brother Carl, my dad, my dad, brother Carl. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you did miss the first part. Can you go over the GBP and the British New Zealand trade? Okay, that is not a problem. It's not a problem. Let's go to that. Well, first thing we will want to do is go to the Discord, and we can check that out. This is what we explained earlier. That this was one that was on the Discord. I keep doing that. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. Because the Discord is on a different skit. Okay, so that's the British New Zealand. British New Zealand. Go to the British. And what we was looking for, we was looking for it to hit some areas where they needed to be sellers at. We noticed this impulse of push down into these areas, right? So just off the impulse and structure wise of pushing down, the impulse of pushing down, we look for some energy. It says they buying up into these areas where they sold previously. We was looking for this area. I think they ran past that area. Yeah, they ended up running past that area. So we was looking for. Of course, advance wise, even though you're looking for sales, if you see good reason, logical reason to buy, and they might be going to the next level, then this would be a more an intelligent trade to take a long to these areas, only to these areas though, but we didn't. We still kind of patiently waited with discipline and waited in the bushes or in the rocks for the remorse, waited in the rocks to see what was going to happen. And the market did make it up in that area. If I go to the, well, let's go to the charts and I can show you directly from the chart of that. Getting bullish. I should have got in that one, brother Tavares. But as long as the family eat, it's all good, right? All right. So with this, again, it took that second option when it came up a little bit more. It gave us we were looking for the reaction on the second option, and it did make it up there. So when we go to the 1 hour to see the setup, the actual behavior wants to get there because that's just the directional bias that we was looking for. The market manipulated up there, and I did explain the manipulation thoroughly, a little bit thoroughly, things that they would learn from the level 1 course on the university, but just simple of just seeing that the market was making it up here volume wise. I didn't really show too much up here right away, but they did push away from the zone, which lets us know we need to still pay attention to it as they came back up. They pushed away again. So anybody who was looking for double bottoms, M's, all the good stuff, M's and double bottoms and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, they sold right here, which they wasn't wrong. They just wasn't good timing. So the market came back up, flipped them, and again, it's the same thing. Like we always say, KTG don't make a move unless we know that traders are trapped. In this case, again, invertedly, just like I forget which one we analyzed earlier that was actually going up, and it showed that they had breakout traders to the bottom. This is the same thing. We have people that want to be sellers here, and so they're willing sellers. 9 times out of 10, they'll put their stop loss. They enter a trade on a double hit, the M right here, put their stop loss right here on top of this guy right here. And then they'll try to, go for 1,000,000 pips, 1,000,001 pips. But before it actually runs for them, what happens is these willing sellers get flipped. Their stop loss get taken, right? And now these willing sellers turn into unwilling buyers in this area. Also, what you have at the same time, at this very, very same time, you have in this area, you have people that's eyeing this level that are called breakout traders. The breakout traders are willing to buy once it breaks out in this area. So if anybody who knows the level 1 course, we actually go through the life of the candlestick, the life of a candle. In the life of a candle, we know in short terms that this one-time red candle was a full green candle. Even this was a full green candle. So just imagine to the breakout traders who want to break out, cross this line right here, because it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense that this full green candle will actually get them activated to get in. Then right away it goes down. So they willing buys is no more, but then it goes back up because traders are hard-headed, and this is a full green candle, and they activate them again. They revenge trading. They got to make that money that they lost the first time, and then they quickly snap them back in. So when we look at this, and this area right here, there's a whole bunch of there's a whole lot of buys, right? I don't want to confuse anybody, not you, brother Carl, or Tavares, or any initiates, but not to confuse people. But when we say a whole bunch of buys, let's go over it again. Remember these guys here? Yeah, they sold, but when they got flipped, they was unwilling buyers. So now you got buyers right here. And then these guys here with these full green candles at one time, breakout traders, they willing to buy. So now with the unwilling buyers and the willing buyers, you have a whole bunch of buys that the guy with the S come in. Who is the guy with the S? Who is that guy with the S? It's the guy with the money symbol on his chest that comes and sell into all of these buys that's up here. The unwanted buys and the wanted buys. and they sell into it. Remember, the institutions are the ones with the capitals that can move the market. It's not the retailers. It's not you and I, right? It's the guys that got the money. So in order for them to move all of their millions and billions of dollars, they have to induce buys to dump it into. This right here was a million billion, about to make up a word, y'all. $1 million billion deal. A milli billy. I don't know. I don't know how these kids do it, but you know what I'm saying. It was a move. It was a boss move. So in order to make that move and dump in millions of dollars, right, they had to induce the buys, and that's what happened. So did I just make a short story long? In short terms, that uh T and I actually got in this too. T and I, we waited for him to push. Entry point. His entry point was lower than mine. My entry point was up here, but his entry point is here. He already took his risk off the board, and right here is his new stop loss. This is what we call a free trade to those who who don't know. It's a free trade. Free trade just simply mean um, his risk is totally off the board, and the worst thing that could happen is if it come to take him out, um, whatever he put in his pocket is his. He won't lose any money or circulate any money. Also, too, we were saying that they do look like they might make another run down. It just don't. It just depends on how heavy they hit the pullback on this. He might get taken out. If not, he left it a little room so that it can make another run down. But this is his target. He actually probably could have squeezed a little bit and just, you know. But again, this is a preference and decision time for him. So, you know, as far as me, I squeezed it. I'm pretty okay with where I'm at. If they take me out, I'm not worried about it. All money in, no money out. All right. No. Why you say no? What did I miss, brother Carl? What did I miss? You say no. That's a negative. Everything you said is wrong. No. But again, it depends. Like I say, this is where he should be right here. All money in, no money out. That's just how that go. We don't like to give back that money. So hey, if it take him out, man, successful trade. It is what it is. Keep it going, and you keep it moving. Okay. Thank you. Do I, like we like to say, do I? Thank you. Thank you. Did you have anything that you wanted to look at? Because I would be more than happy to. The Euro, New Zealand, probably so. Euro, New Zealand, yeah. Oh gosh, same thing. You're absolutely right. Wow, let's explain that. Good teaching tool. So, really good teaching tool because again, the market is fractal, and not only that, this is the beauty of it. We live in abundance. Once you learn that we live in abundance, you live a life of abundance, which means that you was handpicked, so to speak, chosen to be on this human experience. You know, your spiritual self was handpicked to be in this human experience. So therefore, you already have, in retrospect, you already have everything that you need. You should not be on a want, an anxiousness, a yo-yo kind of feeling, or a puppeteer feeling like somebody's pulling your strings or nothing like that. We should always be in a balance, calm, cool, and collected, right? And what for me to say all of that is somebody might have missed the Euro British. I mean, I'm sorry, the British New Zealand. If you stay calm and you stay focused on what you got going, there's other opportunities. We live in abundance. You never really miss nothing. You absolutely nothing actually. So when we look at the Euro New Zealand, it does the same thing, right? Impulsive move down, right? They did catch a little flack and pushed up, I see, minorly breaking some minor highs, but again, they're still on a down to thus far, right? They're still on a down, right? If we was to pull a fib, we would have to pull it from the swing high to the swing low. That already lets you know that they're down. You can't pull a fib from the swing high to the swing low if they was going up. These are things we have to pay attention to. Remember, we're investigators. Some people like to call themselves traders. I like to call them button pushers. But in, in realistic form, in reality, man, we should be more like investigators. We analyzing the charts. We're making sure with logical thought process into it that we are making the right choice because nothing is 100%. We only trying to stack the probability on our sides, right? And this is why I must say a disclaimer real quick that hey, this is only entertainment, educational purposes. I actually do this as a hobby. I don't do this for real. I got other stuff going. But if you like what you hear, man, keep subscribing, keep coming back. Check out the Discord. It's there for traders. We here to heal traders as well as teach people too. Also, we have the course, $150 to get you all of that. With that said, to go back to the investigation. As you can see, um, as you can see, it did hit the area. It has fib hits. When we talk about confluence, like we said before, we have a supply area here that it need to check. You have a fib area 6.2. We like to look at the 6.2% area, 7.1 area. So that's got that and whatnot. You got all kind of things going on. Supports turn into resistance. All right. And yes, we can. Yes, we can check out the chef, Aussie chef, for continuing up. And again, we would be looking for some kind of bearish behavior in order for us to latch on to this and go down to the 1 hour. Sort of the same thing. Market pushed away from the zone as soon as it pushed it. You got double hits of this area that people would want to latch on. They see this. This is nothing but a pullback to this, so they would think that they could take it short, get in. So you got people that's again the same scenario, right? You got potential trap traders up here because you got breakout traders that see this big old green candle breaking this past point. You got people that is being flipped up here as far as wanted sellers turning into unwanted buyers. Very, very good opportunity for sales to come in. I don't see, well, if I was going out to the lower time frames, it probably is showing more defined in this area for opportunity. So yeah, market pushing down, and it looked like it might be able to symmetrically wise if it doesn't pull back too hard. So already that's adding up right there. So let's say that it was the pinpoint like at this point. That seemed about right because this is a very, very clean demand area that they need to check for buyers. So yeah, this that third leg is kind of, you need to be cautious and whatnot. Your prize was up here and up here, but yeah, it did the same thing. Let's check out the Aussie chef. Aussie chef. I kind of expected to kind of do what the U chef was doing. Oh yeah. So wow, this is great. To me, I'm gonna tell you, I will wait forever for stuff like this. I will wait forever for this because let me because it is so clean, so clear. It's void of all the confusion that the market gives you. Remember, the market is plagued with randomness, literally plagued with randomness, and because it's plagued with the randomness, it could get really confusing in the investigation. But with this, it's very clean, it's very easy. Market push down, and actually, as you can see, well, historic wise, we bullish in this phase of it, right? But as the market pushed down dramatically, even as a pullback, it got some reaction in this area. Which, if even if I pulled this, maybe if I did something like this, we could see where support, support, support. This is a level that's being checked a couple of times, turned to resistance, all kind of good stuff. But that's not the reason why I pinpointed that particular area. The reason I pinpointed that is this dramatic push down led to a reaction from the bulls that ended up breaking minor highs and even breaking that part, right? Right. But then stopping in this area to commit some sales again, and that's what they did. So as the market came back down, notice this is what I want people to notice. This is what makes this very clean. Right. If I were to get rid of this first, because that was the first area I was looking for a buy. They blew past that. So let's get rid of that. But this is what makes this very clean. Look how clean this area is from the time of August of this year, August 20th. Wow, that's my birthday, by the way. August 20th, it pushed up, never to come back to close out any demand areas, any open areas. That's advanced, y'all. Um, some people are underwater over here. It never came back for time all the way into now, the end of the year, where it never ever touched this area. I'm putting these little lines because it's just very, very clear in this area, untouched, very clean, right? So if we were to get rid of those, you'll see what I'm saying now. Space, insufficient price action going on, all that good stuff that people like to talk, right? But I just like it because it's very clean, and it's an area where they need to close out a position. In this case, advance wise, they need to close out this sell position because these sellers are underwater. So now they're just closing it out completely. As advanced, I'm not gonna get into all of that. But they added area, information level, very clean. Initiates and members know about this, right? Now we would just look for them to trap traders in that area. So once I go to the 1 hour, the market flare down. So a lot of people caught FOMO into this area. Check the screen. It's a lot of people in this area caught FOMO. They bought, right? Sellers, anyway, sellers caught FOMO, they couldn't catch it. It's like a falling knife, right? So they missing out. They selling way too late. Bulls step in a little bit and they actually push up and attempt to break highs. They even really did break this minor high. So already that's what we call a change of character in this area of demand. So then the market, for those who wanted to buy, it's the same scenario, y'all. Same scenario. This is what we look for, trap traders. People who wanted to buy. What happened? Of course, what they did, some people bought in this area aggressively. Some people waited for a pullback. Let's say they waited for a pullback and put their stop right there. I cannot make this stuff up. The material is way too easy. I could be doing this forever because the market does this always and retailers does this always. They never stop. So once they enter into the pullback and they put their stop, of course, at the most major low, what happens? The market goes up a little bit, give them a little something. They go and make a sandwich, go to the refrigerator. When they come back, you know what I'm saying? And then went to hell. These people who wanted to be buyers, willing buyers, instantly turns into what? Unwanted sellers. Let's put the little bubble. Let's make the bubble red. Hey man, and I know, man. I know. I know for a lot of y'all, it's too much. It's too boring. It's too much work. What is this guy taking me back to school? I know. I know. I know y'all want that microwavable. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. That microwavable information is not gonna happen. I can't even scoop down to do that. I'm really, really trying to teach y'all so y'all can do y'all own thing and we could all make money. My parents used to always tell me the way how you can help me is if you help yourself. Plain and simple, right? So the bubble represents these willing sellers these willing buyers that instantly turn into unwanted sellers. Now remember, the whole point of this inducement of sales is for the institutions, the big fish, the whales, the sharks, to induce sales so they could dump millions and millions and billions of buys into it. They can't do that unless they have sellers involved. So already they done flip these wanted buyers into unwanted sellers. Then at the same time, who else is looking at this level? It's a couple of people looking at this too, but because then you have these people that's winning to sell up here for pullback, but we're not gonna count these people and coming down because they actually made money. If they take their money out to the bottom, they good. But I don't want to confuse nobody. But we have other people that's looking at this level right here for what? A breakout. And this is a clean. This when it does this, people are selling because now that long red candle symbolized breakout. And as soon as they get in, they go up, they get flipped. So now you have this. And for some reason, breakout traders always like the revenge trade. So they wait. They say, I got in too early. I should have waited for the pullback. Now I'm going to get in. So a lot of times they get in right here, put their stops up here, and all this is way too, it's all kind of crazy stuff, right? But mostly they'll wait for another breakout. And that's symbolized another breakout. Then the market flips them. And guess what? These people are now trapped. So what happened is this bubble just expanded from unwanted sellers in this area. Unwanted sellers in this area because they wanted to buy and they got flipped. And these people who wanted to sell got trapped in the. So now you have a whole bunch of sales in this area that the big fish or the whales or the sharks or whatever, institutions, composite man, they can now dump billions of dollars into the buys because now they have sellers involved. And for us who read volume, the lower prices, a little bit in that area. The lower prices are attracting some buys, consistent buys, and as they come down, some consistent buys, and then when they got even lower, this is like that lowest area of sales that was taken. We can see that the volume peaked up. Buyers are very interested in lower prices and whatnot. So and then now you having a breakage of minor highs, lower time frames, or lower universes. So my projection, yes, market still continue to make its way up. It's kind of like get in where you fit in at. You got all this open air here. All right. So up into this area. I can see a very, very good projection for that. Buy projection. What do you think, Doctor? If the market come down some more, if the market came down some more, and that's just them trying to induce a little bit more sales, I still would be looking for buys after a while. But let's put that on the Discord. Ozzy Chef. Ozzy Chef. I advise when people come to the Discord to pay attention to like the footnotes on the or the description on the picture instead of just coming to the picture. Because and then even if you come to the picture, at least look at the watermarks on there, see what market it is, what pair it is, see what universe it is or time frame. But I usually put what it is. Again, if anybody need more description or for me to elaborate more on it, all you gotta do is just come on here and just ask. This is what it's here for. It's the Community Help Center. Come join. All right. Come join. I think if I could flip it on that, it's only $25 a month. First month is free. So that's that. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Let's see, 8:30. I think I'm gonna take a break, come back in about 4 or 5 minutes, and then when I come back, what we're gonna do is we're gonna look for some more opportunities for this next because we into the New York session, and then again you have the 9:30 bill that comes. So I look for some good possibilities, trades, and then we'll leave it from there. And we will come back tomorrow. All right. All right, let's see what we have going on. That's the British New Zealand. Let's see what's going on. Getting that bearish hit again. That's good. I mean, that's exactly what you want to see. That's the reason for giving that room too. Um, Getting a little agitated, but not much though. Not that's nothing. I do believe they probably will make another attempt of a low to kind of see what's going on in these areas. Again, when we look at markets and you look at basically the impulsive move that it made in this universe, it made an up move. It's choppy, really, really choppy, but it did make an up move. And so if you pinpoint points that, let's just say, because I always say be empathetic to other traders, even though we selling, you you would still want to know what the buyers are doing. So pulling the fib from an impulse move or an origin of an impulse move, this lower low to high, this I'm sorry, swing low to swing high hit right here. All right, being empathetic to the buyers and those who want to buy again. If you notice, it hit the 50% mark. That is a very, very, very popular area for trades to go down. A lot of people look at the 50% area for that. It's also a very popular area for institutions to manipulate. What we mean by that is, since they know that a lot of retail traders are looking at this collectively as a buy, it will give them another good chance to actually induce more sales into that area, turning these wanted buyers into unwanted sellers and getting breakout traders to tag along with the sales coming down, which then will give them the edge to buy. But until then, we could be looking at another swing down past these areas. T like to say, sweep the leg like the Karate Kid, sweep the leg, and so that's what they'll do in this area. They'll sweep that leg. Um, they'll sweep that leg. Are you gonna be on tomorrow live? And what time to start? Yes, we will be on live. Let me see if I can put that on up there. We will be on, and we usually do from Tuesday to Thursday. Oh, okay. And then we usually do from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern. So, yeah, we will be back tomorrow to see what's going on. And we will consistently do this on schedule. Because we're gonna show up. If anybody else don't show up, that's a forfeit. It ain't on us. We win all the time, so we're gonna show up. We're gonna be here Tuesdays, Thursdays, 6 a.m., 9 a.m. If people get the membership in the Discord, the heads up, they get the heads up way before the YouTube live show. So a lot of times when you come to the live, to the YouTube live, we might already be in trades. The reason is because we here at KTG, we anticipate the move. We don't participate. A lot of other people, you'll see them on their guru stuff and their channels and stuff, and they are literally marking up their charts right then and there to look for a trade right then and there. When you know, as a chartist or a you know, there's so many words, but when you really analyze the market and you know the market, most of the times, 90% of the times, you won't get a trade right then and there. I mean, even if you wake up in the morning at 6 o'clock, your trade might not come until 8 o'clock. Your entry. So those who just jump on there and they started they live screen at 6 o'clock and then jump in the trade right at 6:30, either they had already marked off previously that area. Don't be fooled. They already done predetermined that area, or they jump in the gun and they just looking for anything to jump in. They trade whores. Can you say that? I don't know. But anyway, that's what it is, and we are not that. We don't like to spread ourselves too thin. So a lot of times we probably done we probably they didn't just plan this today, son. We planned this last week. You'll see marks that from previous areas and stuff like that. So yeah, we will be on Tuesday, Thursdays, no problem. Meet us there, greet us there. We will be there. Rain, sleet, or shine. Or and definitely we will let the members, the Discord members, know that if anything changed, what happens or whatnot. They do get exclusive information. So I actually would leave that on. It's kind of big though, but let's go back to the charts. So yeah, this is the 50 mark. This actually could have been a good target, and as you can see, it actually did make it there. This was the target 168 area. Again, we could have squeezed that to the point where that would have been, 158 pips is the same as 168 pips to me, right? So that turns out to be a good trade. I believe Tavares is still in it though. It didn't knock him out. He left it some room. That's the gamble that he want to take on that, and that's actually not a problem. Put that back up. This is what I want to get off. Not a problem. To the chat. And I will put that in the chat too. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through these real quick, and I'm gonna go ahead and end it at 9 o'clock. Some days we will go through it, get all the way to 9:30 because the 9:30 bell. I do kind of want to see the reaction from the U.S. 9:30 bell, the New York session, well, the New York bell opening. It's a difference actually, and yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Did that show up? Okay, it did. It did. So, with that, again, it's touch and go with this. We'll have to see how it works out. They might actually continue to keep falling for a while. It depends. These are the things we can't control about the market. We have no control. All we can do is continue to keep monitoring it, continue to keep collecting the data, compiling the data as far as what the market is doing, and you make a logical decision. I know a lot of people like the British JPY. So if I go to the daily, they are now into these areas of ultimate buys. I mean, literally, they've been chewing up this little level for a while. So a couple of things is happening with this. This is a level that's not as strong as it appears, right? Um, so it's a good chance the market can fall past this and eat up this whole school of fish. Because to us, this is actually a school of fish. This is a school of fish. So, this level is very chewed up. They could pass through here. Maybe take these people and then maybe do a up on it because the buys on it is fairly strong. They've been buying for a while, right? And this is a very good impulse move that did make a high. So with that, we would still have to think bias as being up, right? But this is the thing. Do we want to be a buyer right this second? These are the questions. Because again, a couple of things with structure wise, this particular level is weakening, right? It is weakening. If they decide not to, the Bulls decide not to pick up activity again, it can slide past this area, right? So we only way for us to really find out, especially if you VSA, volume spread analysis, or volume spread analysis, but or just uh, use the volume as any kind of indicator and really know how to read the volume. To us, KTG, this is the go-to for us, advanced wise, after structure. And I definitely would like to see the behavior in that area. Um, let's slide this down to right here into this, like I like to call it a bird nest. And what I do is I would get rid of this circle because sometimes I have a lot of drawings, too much. But I am going to blow this area up on why I want to investigate that area. So here you have manipulation happening. You know that this is a good, strong buying area that needs to be investigated. We know this because the market slammed down. They even tried it 2 times to make a low and they didn't. And after the failure of lows, structure wise, they actually made a very, very impulsive move up that made higher highs ultimately. Right. So the market making it back here, and then remember, I don't know if you remember how clean I like to look at the area. This is a very clean area. When was the last time that the market been here? Market been here since October 21st. We are here now, November, December. Very clean area that need to be checked for buyers. So with that is why we have this area for investigation. All right. And so now with that information, because in a widespread, buy should be up. But when we look at it more closely, and this is the thing, you have to really look at things. Remember, the market goes where the money at. Remember, this is a level that's been checked multiple times. A lot of people collectively is looking at this, retailers, institutions, hedge funds, everybody looking at this level collectively. Everybody, the world is paying attention to this level. And a lot of people are jumping the gun, limit trades, whatever, to buy in this area. Wouldn't it make a lot of sense? A lot more sense, more high probability wise, let's put it like that. If the market did something like this, got some people to buy into it, activate some people emotions and everything, getting them involved, do something like this, and then slam down, wiping people out, stop losses out and everything, and then proceeding up with no problem. To me, that seems like more of a that definitely seems more of a better, thought that we would want to go to as far as that go. That's right. We want to anticipate, not participate. Everybody right now might want to participate in this whole area right here. All right, so that's right. Initiates and members notice. Again, level 1 course. Catch that at the KTG University. Right. And look, we're not even saying that that's going to happen. We don't know. These are the things we don't know, but we do want to look at it. Honestly speaking, again, it's a buy. Bias wise, let's not forget that. But when we go down to lower time frames to look at the behavior of these lower prices, do that. Get this up. These lower prices are attracting some buyers. So this means a couple of things. There is and was opportunity here for us for a buy, at least up to these highs. If anybody looked at this, anticipating that in this area, you could have easily probably seen about 140 pips, 130 pips, give or take. The more high probability move, though, seems like to me, again, would be us waiting for them to dip down and taking this area, manipulating like they need to, and then pushing for the buy. All right, so that's what I would look for. We definitely could wait for that. Matter of fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to put that on the Discord. And usually, honestly speaking, we go through these markets a little faster than these, but I always like to take the time. What was that? British. That was British. And let's go to the British section. British JPY. Honestly speaking, I like to take every moment that I possibly can to make it into a teaching moment, because that's what it's really about. JBP. I I like to take the time to use it as a teaching tool, because I always say if you stop learning, you probably need to check your pulse, because it might be over then. Right? It might be over. Every day is a learning process. We're supposed to learn every single day. It's the adventures of life. If you're not challenging yourself, then you're pretty much wasting time. You're more than welcome to kill yourself. I'm just playing. No. Please. I know how YouTube is, and I know how sensitive people. Please don't take that seriously. I'm just playing. Nah, for real. We have to use every day as a teaching moment. Supposed to learn. So that's what it is. 58. 958. I don't know. That might be it for me. We can go back and check this British New Zealand. All right, getting a little bullish. So they might tap our brother out. I'm not sure. Let's see. It might still be okay, honestly. Yeah. have to see about that. I think that was the only open positions that we had at this point. I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Give me a little rest, and I will definitely be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow, 6 a.m. Come check us out. Peace, peace, peace.